Hello everybody and welcome back to Golf Lab. Again, my name is Dr. Duff. I'm the head of golf performance here at Recovery in Motion Performance Therapy. And our Golf Lab is our virtual digital content made to give you the tools to become a better golfer. Today I want to talk about the one problem that you don't know that you have. The one thing that every golfer, regardless of their skill level or regardless of their experience, needs to take their game to the next level. I'll give you a hint. It's not power. It's not being strong. It's not hitting it further off the tee. It's not course management. It's not any of these things. Putting better, which are all good. There's one common denominator that'll make you better at all of these things, and that's having the proper mobility. Say it with me. Mobility. Mobility is so crucial in this game of golf because golf is one of the one sports that moves in every direction that your body can possibly move at one time. A lot of sports, a lot of runners, we go forward and backwards. A lot of other sports, we might cut and pivot, yes, but you're not standing still, leaning forward, rotating at a very fast speeds. Mobility is super important when it comes to golf. There is a difference between flexibility and mobility. Flexibility is not mobility. Mobility is not flexibility. Let me explain to you the difference. People ask me all the time, oh, are you going to take me through some stretches? No, we will not do stretches because stretching does not make you a better athlete. Stretching does not reduce injury, and stretching essentially isn't that effective because it doesn't translate into what we want it to translate. Mobility, on the other hand, is greatly beneficial for almost any sport, any athlete, but especially golf, and it helps you in all phases of the game of golf. Mobility is your ability to control the motion and for your body to move through a certain range. So flexibility is, can I take your hand and move it all the way back? Are you flexible, yes or no? Mobility is, do you have the coordination, the control, all of that stuff to reach back there and within context of doing something. So mobility is super crucial because it's in context. Think about it as flexibility in context, okay? Every golfer needs mobility in three specific areas. Your shoulders to rotate all the way down and rotate all the way back, both sides, and your hips. Your hips have to be able to rotate in and out, specifically when you're leaning over in a golf posture position, which is very hard for a lot of golfers. What happens if these two body parts can't move? The other one is your ankles, right? Your ankles have to be able to move so you can pivot and use the ground to create power. If you're not mobile enough to be able to use the ground, use your hips, use your lower body to create power, you're not going to create power. And I don't care how much you try, other areas of your body are going to compensate. If you're the golfer that starts getting fatigue towards the back nine, I can almost guess that you have a mobility problem. If you're the golfer that starts getting, your back starts hurting or you start getting aches, I can almost guarantee that you have a mobility problem. Reason being, if your body can't be as mobile as it needs to for a golf shot, you're going to compensate and you're going to rob from Peter to pay Paul, which means your back is going to over-rotate, and our back is not good at rotating. Your spine's going to overflex, and that's not what it's meant to do. Your hips are going to start doing weird things like slide and sway and early extension and loss of posture. We find all of these swing faults boil down to a lack of mobility. So mobility is super important. In our programs, we focus on power, mobility, and control. First thing I do is I have to make sure you're mobile enough to move like a golfer. That alone, giving you mobility, can probably fix and free up a lot of the shots that you're trying to hit. After you get mobility, now I have to show you control because now you have to learn how to use that new mobility in context the right way. After that, now we can talk power. Power isn't even the icing on the cake. Power is the sprinkles on the icing on the cake. But power means nothing if you can't control and if you don't have the mobility to generate the power. A lot of golfers can't use anything from their waist down in their golf swing. Everything is all core and arms. You're over-rotating and you're over-swinging. And it's usually because we haven't unlocked the power in the legs. You unlock that through mobility. Now you can start using the ground to generate power. And that's the biggest problem most golfers don't even know they have. It's not your job to know. It's the professional's job to know. So I need to know, I need to hear you say, I need to be able to, I can't find the fairway. My shot is inconsistent. I'm losing distance and I don't know why. I'm getting fatigued. My back starts to hurt and back starts to ache, or I pay for it afterwards. Or sometimes I just keep ibuprofen and Tylenol in my golf bag so that halfway when I start getting tired, I can do that. Or I just get a transfusion from the cart lady when I start getting tired and I start getting painful. It's my job to hear all that information and know there's probably a mobility problem. Let's check there and let's free that up. Once I free that up, you unlock a whole new world of ability. And that's where golf starts to become fun. So there is a mobility follow along video in this golf lab. If you haven't looked at that already, look through that and try some of those maneuvers out. You have a yoga block if it's a little bit more stiff for you and you got a little bit more challenge trying to free up, but try that. Also, I teach every Saturday, first Saturday in the month, I teach a mobility for golfers class at Tap In. If you're interested in that, leave a comment or reach out to us as well. We can get you registered for that, where we can dive into the parts of your hips, of your shoulders, of your spine that are stiff, so we can teach you that mobility and free up your shot. Listen, I hope you learned something. Keep in tune with the Golf Lab, comment. Also, you can subscribe and like for these videos so you can stay updated on the content. Take something you learned from these videos, take it out to the course, and as always, hit them straight.